If you own your home and you are over 60 or you are helping a parent or neighbor who does this, video covers 5 specific things. 2 involve protections against property fraud that most homeowners in this position have not set up. 3 involve council tax reductions that are not applied automatically and can, in many cases, be backdated. Here is the thought most homeowners have when they hear about property title fraud. I would notice if someone was trying to take my house, you would have to sign something. A solicitor would catch it. That thought is completely understandable. It is also the exact reason mortgage-free pensioner homeowners in England and Wales are the most targeted group for this type of fraud. The way title fraud actually works does not require your signature. It does not require a solicitor to notice anything suspicious. By the time the official land registry record has changed, you may not find out for weeks. According to HM Land Registry, between April 2024 and March 2025, they prevented fraudulent applications against more than £59 million worth of property. That number tells you the fraud is real. What it does not explain is how it bypasses the safeguards. We will cover that in number 2. The reason most people dismiss this fraud is the same reason they remain most exposed to it. That is not a rhetorical point, it is literally how the mechanism works. We will close that loop before this video ends. Along the way, we will cover 3 council tax reductions that must be actively applied for, and that according to Age UK, hundreds of thousands of qualifying households have never claimed. Quick context before we get into the countdown. This video is made for UK homeowners over 60. Particularly those who own their home outright and those navigating council tax entitlements in retirement. Everything shared here draws from publicly available official information, HM Land Registry, the UK government's own guidance, Citizens' Advice, and Age UK, and we will name each source as we go. This is educational content only. It is not personalized legal, financial, or council tax advice. And nothing here is a promise that you will receive any specific saving or reduction. Everyone's council tax band, living situation, and local authority rules differ. Before making any application or decision, verify your circumstances directly with your local council, or speak with Citizens' Advice, who provide free guidance. Now, 5 things, not in the order you would expect. Before the countdown, a quick question for the comments. Did you know the single-person council tax discount is not applied automatically, that you have to apply for it yourself? Drop a yes or a no below. The answer surprises most people. Number 5. The average council tax bill in England for 2026 to 2027 is £2,392 for a Band D property. What most people living alone do not know is that they are entitled to a 25% reduction, the single-person discount, and it is not automatic. According to the UK government's official guidance, it applies to anyone who is the only adult in the household. On that average Band D bill, that is a saving of around £598 every year. It is not means tested and does not depend on your pension or savings. But you must contact your local council and apply. Pause this if you need to. The single-person discount saves around £598 a year on the average Band D bill in England. Contact your local council directly and ask specifically for the single-person discount application. If you became the sole adult after a bereavement or a family member moving out, you may be able to backdate the application. One nuance. Some adults are legally disregarded for council tax purposes and do not count in the occupancy calculation. Full-time students and apprentices are examples, so even if you share a home with a full-time student, you may still qualify. If you are uncertain who counts in your household, Citizens' Advice can help at no charge. Number 3. This one is, according to Age UK, one of the most widely applicable and most commonly unclaimed council tax reductions in the country. It is called the severe mental impairment disregard. If you or your partner has been formally diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or another condition that has caused a severe and permanent impairment of cognitive function, that person is legally disregarded for council tax purposes under UK law. In practice, if you are a couple and one partner has a qualifying diagnosis, you may qualify for the same 25% discount as a single-person household. If you live alone with a qualifying diagnosis, you may qualify for 50% or more. To apply, contact your local council and ask specifically about the severe mental impairment disregard. Your GP will need to provide written confirmation. The disregard can be backdated to the date you first met. The qualifying conditions, government guidance sets no fixed statutory time limit on how far back you can go. Here's a situation many people watching this will recognize. A couple where one partner has a dementia diagnosis. They have been paying the full council tax for years. Nobody from the council mentioned the disregard. Nobody sent a letter. The discount was available the entire time and was simply not collected. It is entirely recoverable through backdating. If this applies to you or someone you care for, leave a comment below. The comments here have helped other families find reductions they were missing for years. Number 1, someone contacts you by post, by phone, or a knock at your door claiming to be from the council, from HM Land Registry, from a law firm, or from a government body handling property records. The story varies. Sometimes they say there is an issue with your title. Sometimes they say a debt is attached to your home and must be resolved, whatever the pitch. It ends the same way they need you to sign documents immediately. Here is what HM Land Registry and Action Fraud, the UK's National Fraud Reporting Service, have both stated publicly. Real government agencies do not send representatives to your door to sign documents on the spot. HM Land Registry does not visit homes. A genuine solicitor will never pressure you to sign without time to read and take independent advice. The urgency is the warning sign, not the paperwork. But the urgency itself, if someone creates time pressure around your property, close the door. Then contact Citizens Advice or a family member before doing anything else. Number 4, this one looks entirely legitimate. Someone presents as a financial consultant specializing in helping older homeowners release cash from their property. The brochure is professional. The figures are clear. The person is patient. What some people sign in these situations documented by Action Fraud and reported by Consumer Watchdog, which includes documents transferring partial or full ownership. Mortgage applications secured against the home. And in some cases, power of attorney granted to someone they have known for less than an hour. Never sign anything related to your property under time pressure, at your door, or without an independent solicitor reviewing the documents first. Independent means one you found yourself. Consider a situation like this, and this is an illustrative composite built from documented fraud patterns in HM Land Registry case literature, not a specific individual. A retired builder in his mid-70s, David, owns his home outright in the Midlands. A caller presents as a financial consultant. The paperwork is impressive. He signs 3 months later. A letter arrives addressed to someone he has never heard of about his property. A fraudulent application had been submitted to HM Land Registry using forged identity documents, processed through an innocent conveyancer who had no reason to suspect the documentation. It took 18 months and significant legal effort to resolve. Even through HM Land Registry's indemnity scheme, the thing David said afterward, I thought a solicitor would have caught it. That is the point we need to address now. Number 2, ownership of your home is recorded with HM Land Registry. Applications to change that record, a transfer of ownership, or a new mortgage are submitted by licensed conveyancers. The conveyancer's job is to verify that the application appears to come from a legitimate source, using the identity documents provided to them. Here is the gap. A fraudster with stolen or forged identity documents can instruct a conveyancer while impersonating the real owner. The conveyancer has no reason to suspect them. The conveyancer files the application, believing it to be genuine. HM Land Registry processes a properly formatted application from a licensed professional. The real homeowner never signs anything because they were never in the room. They were impersonated. According to HM Land Registry and Action Fraud, 143 conveyancing fraud cases were reported between April 2024 and March 2025. With combined losses of £11.7 million, mortgage-free properties owned by older people are disproportionately targeted when no lender is monitoring the title on your behalf. A fraudster who successfully registers against it can access the full property value. That is the answer to what we opened with. The dismissal, I would notice, a solicitor would catch it, leaves people exposed because the fraud works by deceiving an innocent solicitor with forged documents. And that is why the following two steps exist. Pause if you need to. First, HM Land Registry offers a free property alert service. Once registered, you receive an email the moment any application is made to change the register of your property, a transfer attempt, a mortgage application, an official search. If something is filed without your authorization, you find out within days and can contact HM Land Registry's fraud team to suspend the application while it is investigated. Free. Up to 10 properties on one account, including an elderly parent's home. Setup takes approximately 15 minutes on the official HM Land Registry website. Second, a voluntary restriction. The form is called Form RX1, available on the UK government's official website. This matters. A commonly cited form name in online guidance is incorrect. The right form is Form RX1. It costs £40 if you live at the property, and is free for a property you do not occupy. With a restriction in place, no transfer or mortgage can be registered against your home without an independent solicitor, certifying the application genuinely came from you. According to HM Land Registry, only around 3% of properties in England and Wales currently have this protection. The alert service gives early warning. The restriction adds the active barrier. Do both? Which of the 5 things we covered did you already know? For most viewers, it is the mechanism in number 2, how title fraud bypasses solicitor involvement through forged documents that no one had explained clearly before. Tell us in the comments. Here is the full picture. Number 5, the single person council tax discount 25%. Not automatic. Applied to your local council. Backdatable. Number 3, the severe mental impairment disregard of formal dementia diagnosis. Can reduce a couple's bill by 25% and a sole occupant's by 50% or more. Backdatable. Confirmed by your GP. Number 1, urgency. At your door or on the phone about property documents is the scam. Close the door. Verify through citizens' advice first. Number 4, equity release fraud looks professional. Never sign property documents without an independent solicitor. You found yourself. Number 2, title fraud works through forged identity documents that deceive innocent conveyancers. The free property alert from HM Land Registry and Form RX1 are the 2 steps that close that gap. 3 things to do right now. 3, call your local council and ask specifically about the single person discount and, if relevant, the severe mental impairment disregard. Both can be backdated. 2, search for the property alert service on the official HM Land Registry website. Free. About 15 minutes. 1, download Form RX1 from the UK government's official website and consider filing the voluntary restriction for £40. Before taking any of these steps, verify your situation against the official guidance or speak with citizens' advice for free. These are the steps. What you do with them matters. If you know someone who owns their home and is over 60, a parent, a sibling, a friend who lives alone, please share this video. The council tax discounts are exactly the kind of thing that gets missed for years because no one brings it up. If you are watching from Scotland Land Registration, there is handled by Registers of Scotland, not HM Land Registry. And the steps are different. That is a separate video, and it is coming. To go back and write down the 2 protection steps from number 2, jump back to around the 9-minute mark.